smo strite Баскетбол ТВ.
So let's speak about Jeff Brukс as a kid.
I was born and raised in Louisville, Kentucky, in the United States of America. I was born on June 12th, 1989. I'm not mistaken, I was born at 11:41 p.m. I just remember that from checking my birth certificate to come here and everything for my passport, my visa and stuff. And my parents raised me, to always be very respectful to people, and to be very welcoming to people, always say hello and thank you and, be very generous to people. And my dad told me, when he brought me home as a baby, he brought me to my crib, and the next thing he brought me was a basketball, and he put the basketball in my crib, ever since I was a newborn, and it's been basketball ever since. So, I'm very, very grateful to have the two parents that I have. I'm Jeffrey Brooks Jr. and my father's Jeffrey Brooks Sr. And my mother's name is Phyllis. And I have a little brother by the name of Philip, who is 20 years old. And he's in school, university back in Louisville and everything. So, I'm very, very grateful for my family. I have a very, very big family, in the city of Louisville. So, every two corners you go, I see one of my cousins and everything. So, very, very big city. A very, very big family, in my city, and I'm very appreciative of it. So now, they write me and ask me how's Russia and everything and stuff like that. So they are trying to keep in contact as well. So.
And does your brother play basketball?
He played basketball, but he's always been a baseball guy. Baseball. That's what he's always liked to do. So, he's not as good as me in basketball. Thank God. I can always brag about that. But as far as baseball and things, I don't think I would be as good as him. So, but he likes sports just like I do, but we just do different sports.
As a schoolboy, how did you behave? Were you naughty or you were a kind boy?
Well, as a boy, I was actually pretty bad. I had a lot of energy, and I just couldn't stop thinking about basketball, as a young boy. So whatever we were doing, I always try to relate it back to basketball. If we were doing arts and crafts with scissors and drawing and stuff, I either played with my utensils like I was playing basketball, or I drew stuff about basketball and things like that. But as I got older, my energy went down a little bit and my attention span started to grow, so I was better, in my behavior. And I was getting tired of getting in trouble with my parents, so that definitely helped as well.
Okay, I see. And what is the happiest memories from your childhood?
I never told him this, but I think the happiest moment, of my childhood was having a little brother. I was at first, I was the only child, but when you have someone, that you can hang out with and, interact with every day, that was something that definitely helped me when I was little. Just seeing that I have a little brother now, he looks up to me, so finding out that when I was 6 years old, my mom and dad was telling me about it. I'm like, I didn't even know what they were talking about. And the next thing you know, it's like you see your mom with this big belly that you never seen her before, and you're like, oh, wait a minute, like that's different. I guess I don't know, someone else is about to come. So then my little brother was born, and and I was very, very proud, of that moment, and I still am very proud of him.
And when you were a boy, I'm sure you dreamt of being a professional basketball player. So what were your dreams connected with basketball when you were a child?
Well, it was always the NBA. That's all I dreamed about, because growing up, I saw guys like Michael Jordan was the biggest player, the best player ever, and stuff. But when I was growing up, that was the 90s, so that's who everybody was always talking about. So everything I tried to do, I tried to imitate Michael Jordan. I'm like, I'm going to the NBA. I'm going to play for the Chicago Bulls. I'm going to be number 23. If I get the chance to, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. So it was always NBA. But, I'm just happy now, to be playing professional basketball, NBA, Russia, Italy, wherever, just to continually be able to live that dream of being a professional basketball player is just, that in itself, is just something great for me. It's been a great blessing to have been given. So, but yeah, as a young boy, it was always NBA. So.
And did you have a T-shirt with Michael Jordan's name or maybe somebody else?
No, actually I didn't. I never really had a jersey of Michael Jordan. What I did have, one of my biggest memories as a young kid was I had a basketball goal that I could put on the back of a door and play in my room, and it was of Michael Jordan. And he talked too, and it got so bad to the point where my mom threw it away because she was like, I'm getting so tired of hearing Michael Jordan in the house. Like for 6 straight hours, if I finish my homework, I'm just in the house playing on my Michael Jordan basketball set, and just over and over again, he's saying like, great shot, this, that, blah, blah, blah. And my mom's just like, okay, that's it. I've had enough. Like, you're going to start playing outside because I can't continually hear his voice all day long. So that's the only thing I really had from Michael Jordan is growing up.
So you have a very happy family when you were a boy, and now you have a family of your own. So tell us about it.
Well, I was married on July 25th of this year, and I'm just very blessed to have this woman in my life. Her name is Benedetta Penati, and we're working on changing that to Brooks, but we haven't got to this step yet. We have to go back to the States to get that all figured out and everything. But we were dating for a while. We had been dating for about 2 years, and I just really got to the point where I knew that I wanted this woman in my life forever. And
where did you meet?
Well, we met actually, very ironically for me, we met in a club, and I walked in the club. It was 2 years ago now. 3 years now when I was in Cantu, and was in Milan one night, and I walked in the club and I saw this girl, and I was just like, I wonder who that is. But me being the person I am, like when I really see something that I think is really nice or whatever we want, I'm really, really shy about it. So I didn't say one word, and I had a teammate who kept wanting me to go with him to talk to one of her friends. And he was like, I know you want that girl right there. I'm like, nah, man, no, like I don't want to go. So he asked me like 4 times, and then finally I was like, all right, I'm gonna go, so we walk over there, and I introduced myself and everything, and we danced a little bit, and that was it. So I got her phone number, and then we went to dinner, then we went to dinner again, then we went to dinner again, then from there it all started. So we started dating and everything. We actually started dating like officially March 30th of 2013. Like I keep record, we both keep record of like all that stuff just to make sure that we know how long we've been together. And now here we are married, and just very, very fortunate for me. Like the whole love thing is that what I've learned about it is that you don't go out and you look for it. You have to wait for it to come to you, and that's what I did. I wasn't looking for anything. I was young. I just started playing professional basketball for my 2nd year, so I wasn't really worried about love and marriage and all that type of stuff. And next thing you know, love just crept up on me and stole me away from the world and gave me to her. So I'm very, very fortunate to be with this woman. Very, very.
And tell us about the proposal day.
Well, that happened on July 17th of this year. And what happened was, okay, so I got home, after playing for Sassery this year. We went very deep into the playoffs and won a championship. So I didn't get home until June 29th. Like the night of June 29th. So the whole time I'm in Italy with her, I'm telling her like, hey, I need to go home, for a few days just to, handle some things and, get some things together for us. And the whole time she's like wondering, what am I doing? Like, I wonder what he's doing. So the whole time I was home, I was getting this party together for her, my dad, and my aunt. Now my wife's birthday is on the 15th of July, and my dad's and my aunt's is on the 21st. of July. So I put it all together as a party, but I was saving the surprise of me proposing for everybody. Only a few people knew. So, you know, we had the party that night on the rooftop, you know, in Louisville and everything, and I actually got rushed into doing it. I was gonna do it at like 12 o'clock, you know, but I had one of my old teachers from high school was there, and she has kids, and she needed to get back to her kids, you know, but she wanted to just come out for the party. And she was like, Jeff, can you think you can just do it earlier? And I was like, man, so now I thought I had 2 more hours. It's like, no, now I got to do it like right now. So then I did it, and man, it was really, really nice. And there's videos of it on Facebook and everything. And then 15 minutes later, that's when the bad storm came and started knocking everything over and everything. So we had to take the party inside and finish it out. But it's a very, very nice night, and it's a night to remember for sure.
And what about the wedding day? How was it?
Oh, well, we got married, you know, very small wedding, like I was telling you earlier, and we did it actually at a hotel. You know, we did it at a Crown Plaza. We got a justice of the peace, you know, and my mom, my dad, my aunt, my grandmother, and my little brother was there, and, you know, we just did it. You know, we wanted to get it together as quick as possible because we wanted, you know, this to be real as soon as we could make it, you know, and that's what happened for us. Now, we are planning on having a nice big wedding, you know, in 2 years. We want to have on her birthday back in Louisville, and we're going to invite her parents from Italy and everything. But we really just wanted to get, you know, our marriage started as soon as possible because of, you know, our lives are different. You know, me and her, we you know, I'm playing professional basketball, and she's coming with me to different places throughout the world, hopefully for the, you know, next 10 to 15 years, however long I can continue to play. So we really wanted our marriage to get it started as soon as we could, you know, and going into our new lives together.
Tell about her. What is her character? What she likes, or something like that?
Well, she's a firecracker, you know. She's very, very nice, you know, and, you know, something that drew me to her is that when she walks in the room, you know, people notice, you know, when she walks into a room, and, you know, they can just see the positivity and, you know, the generosity and, you know, how nice she is to people and how welcoming she comes off, and the energy she brings into a room. It's something that definitely attracted me to her. She's short, but she, you know, she acts like she's 7 foot tall. You know, she very, very strong and smart woman, you know, funny at times, you know, other times she thinks she's funny. I'm like, okay, you're not that funny, but then, you know, she's somebody that you can enjoy time with, and that's something that's very important in a relationship, is that you can enjoy the person that you're with, you know. Now, if you can't, you know, joke around and laugh with your partner, most of the time it's not who you're supposed to be with, you know, and we get along very well, you know, and we just have fun together. And now she's into her 3rd year of university, and she's studying Spanish and economics, you know, and she was studying Russian. So, like I was telling people here, she knows a few words in Russian and everything, but I don't think she knows enough to communicate, because now she's been studying Spanish for a full year now and everything. But like I said, she's very, 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 very smart, you know, very, very intelligent woman, and I'm very proud to have her.
Let's tell your basketball story. How did you start, and how did you get to professional basketball?
I mean, I started at an early age. My dad, you know, had always been was a basketball player himself. So, like I told you earlier, as soon as I got home from the hospital, like, it's been basketball ever since that. So, I started playing organized around like 4 or 5 years old, and then ever since that, you know, it's just been always basketball. It's just all I wanted to do. So, I remember I got in high school, and I was okay. Like, I wasn't, you know, that good. I was kind of tall, so, but still I wasn't a standout player. And then when I turned 16, I switched schools to go to a different school, and then I had an okay season. It was all right. I played pretty well. And then that summer, though, like, I exploded. Like, nationally, I had shot up about 2 inches, so I became like 6'8". Then I played against a lot of the top guys in the country that year, that summer. And then the next thing you know, I was the best player in my state. So after that, it became a big deal, and many schools came to see me, and stuff, wanted me to come and play at their school and stuff, and I decided to go to Penn State. And even Coach Greenberg, his brother was Seth Greenberg, and they coached at Virginia Tech, and they were recruiting me as well. But then a guy took the last spot there at Virginia Tech, so I ended up going somewhere else. But I kind of knew Coach Greenberg just from that. I hadn't seen him since that, but we knew of each other. So, and then I went to Penn State for 4 years, and my senior year, once again, I had a very, very good year that year, and the next thing you know, I signed, to play in Jesi, which is in the second division of Italy. And what happened was I tore my shoulder. I had to get surgery, so I didn't get a chance to do like NBA workouts and things like that. So, once again, I was blessed that just somebody took a chance, and they did. They signed me for that year. Played very well. Then I went to Cantu, so I went from second league to a EuroLeague Italian team, and it was such a big jump, and I played all right that year, and it's more than anything, I had to adjust, to the difference between the intensity and the talent level, it was very much so a big difference. And then I went to Caserta and had a very good year. I was an all-star that year in the league, and then last year, I played with Sassery. We won all 3 cups, so. And now I'm here in Saratoga. So it's been a long road, but I still got a long way to go.
And for now, what is the achievement of yours that you are proud of?
I could say, that since we won all 3 cups last year in Sassery, that would be like my biggest accomplishment. But no, my biggest accomplishment and achievement is to still be playing professional basketball. And there's so many people that wish they could do the things that I do and the things that, my peers do that play basketball with me. And I just feel so blessed every day just for that. So that's an achievement in itself, and anything that comes along with that is a bonus.
And what, again, for now is the most valuable experience for you? Maybe it was not positive, maybe it was negative, but valuable, that you made a lesson of it.
Something positive for sure is, just learning from the game. Every year, that's something that's positive for me, is learning more and more about myself as a player, but also about the game in general, about how to carry yourself on the floor, how to play defense, how to be efficient offensively, things like that, and that's something that I try to get out of every year that I've been playing basketball, from university to now. I think in a way it's kind of like God was telling me, calm down and control what you can control. Go out every night, play hard, enjoy the game, and everything else will take care of itself. And, from that, I definitely, I'm trying to take that as a positive thing, that understand that, at the end of the day, this is a game, and I have to just go out there, play with my heart, do what I have to do, enjoy it, and everything else will take care of itself.
Give an advice for guys who want to get to professional basketball.
More than anything, never give up, because my story is that nobody thought, except for my dad, and a few other people, nobody thought I would be doing what I'm doing today. There's so many people in this world who will tell you what you can't do, you're not good enough to do, you're not built to do it. That's not true. Whatever you want to do, if that's pro basketball or anything, just give it your all, and if you don't make it, well, at least you put everything you had into it. And if you do make it, be humble and be appreciative of what you're doing, and that's something I try to wake up and do every day, is understand where I am, how I got here, and why I'm here, and that's the best advice I can give it to anybody about basketball, and as well as about life.
So now you are in Saratov. How do you feel here?
I am enjoying myself here, a lot. And, just from last night, that definitely made me feel even more comfortable, seeing the fans and, interacting with people finally. Because, I've been here for 2.5, well, be 3 weeks now, and we had been practicing, but I hadn't gotten a chance to interact with any of the fans. So interacting with some fans last night definitely, made this a much better experience for me. Like now you're getting to see people who's going to be about the team and have that positive energy from the city, and things like that. So it makes me feel more comfortable. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the city's great. It's big. As you can see, we're in this very big park, with many things to do here, and like I always say about the food, there's places to eat here, and then there's big malls and stuff. So it has a lot of resources here. So, I'm very, very appreciative to be in a very big city this year. Saratoga seems to be a very, very nice place to be at.
Mm-hmm. And what about the team? How do you feel? What are the differences in comparison with the previous team? How is the coach and things like this?
Well, starting off, the first difference is that our coach is American, and I haven't had an American coach since college, so that's very different for me. And it kind of helps you out a little bit when you're an American, because then you're getting directed by someone who's going through the same thing that you are. He's coming from, a different place and coming to somewhere to work just like I am, So it's kind of like you have a common ground, already. And, some of the differences from this team and last year, on my team last year, we had like 6 or 7 Americans, like guys that had played in America or that were from America and stuff. So this year we only have 4, with me, Travis, Jeremy, and Malcolm. So that's a little bit of a difference. We have more of the guys here from the home country, which is Russia, but it doesn't make any difference. I think that we have a very good team. We have to, one of the biggest things for me is that I'm noticing that we have to just remain a team, understand that, all 12 of us, is going to help us win, not just 3 or 4, 2 or 1. Everybody's going to have a piece, and for us to be successful. And, other than that, there's no difference really, just in a different country, of course, Italy, and being in a very big country of Russia. So the league, is more than likely is better. I think it's going to be better for sure with Cheska, Kemke, us, St. Petersburg, and some of the other teams here in the BTV. It's a very, very tough league to play in, and I'm very excited to get started because it's really going to be a measuring stick for myself, to see where I'm at, and things like that.
Mm-hmm. And let's compare American basketball and Russian, because our fans say that American players make beautiful basketball, like sports and dancing together, and something like this, and that Russian players are more academic. What do you see? What are the differences between American and Russian basketball?
Well, I'll give you 2 sides of it. Just growing up in the States, there's a lot more flash to our games, a lot more swagger to the way we play, and our athleticism compared to a lot of other places in the world is just, it's not in comparison. There's the athletes we have in America, especially playing basketball, is just completely different to the rest of the world. Like you can just look at, certain players like Kevin Durant, LeBron James, or Derrick Rose, or Russell Westbrook. Like you don't see those type of guys, that much throughout Europe and the rest of the world, but in America you can see guys like that all the time, be that big or be that short and jump so high, things like that. But over here, the game is much more fundamental, and that's a very big piece about basketball and building a winning mentality is being fundamental, and being efficient. So for me personally, I try to do a little bit of both. I try to be able to make nice plays, the beautiful play or whatever, but I try to be as efficient, as fundamental as I can be while doing it too, because when you can make both worlds work together, I think you can make something really, really big out of that. And that's something I've been trying to work on ever since I started playing pro ball in Europe.
Mm-hmm. And yesterday there was an event, quite a new event for Автодор, because your friends visited your practice. How did you feel practicing when there are people who are waiting something from you?
It's actually kind of weird because in Italy, since I've been playing there for 4 years, every practice was open. There was always fans at every practice, and that's why it was kind of weird to me because when we were practicing, I wasn't seeing people in the stands. So, before last night, and I was just like, does anybody ever come to the practice, stuff like that. So that was very different for me. And then when you said that was one of the first times, I was like, wow, that's already a difference for me from Italy and Russia. So I'm kind of used to it because playing in Italy, we practice in front of people every day. There's like, sometimes last year there would be those same 20 people there every single day, and like you knew who they were, but they were there just to watch us practice. So I was kind of used to it. Yeah.
Have you already find friends in the new team?
Oh yeah, for sure. All these guys are good guys. And I say that with the utmost respect to these guys. Because they are very professional. They are very friendly. And they all work hard. And they kind of remind me of myself in that regard, because those are the type of traits that I feel that I bring to the table myself. I want to work as hard as I can work. I want to be as friendly as I can be, and I want to be very, very professional, because it's professional basketball. So I think we have a great group of guys, and I think we're going to have a great year. And I think that Coach Greenberg and the rest of the coaching staff is definitely going to lead us in the right direction. And we just have to stay together, like I said earlier, and continue to enjoy each other, because that's another part of it too. When you can enjoy your teammates, enjoy your team, it really makes it a lot easier to play basketball, because that's all we're doing is playing basketball. We're not working, in a factory, or we're not working in the corporate world. Only thing we're doing is running up and down and shooting a basketball and defending and things like that. So we have to understand what we do, and enjoy what we do, because we're very blessed to do it.
This year you will spend in Russia. What did you know, or what did you imagine about Russia till you come?
Well, I knew that Russia was very big as a country, and it's going to be kind of funny, because where I was last year, we had to travel. It's a lot of different travel ways we had to go, because we were on the island of Italy. Now here in Russia, from what I hear, is that everybody has to fly to Moscow before you go somewhere else. So I'm kind of used to that a little bit. But other than that, I've always heard that it was very cold, a lot of snow and stuff. And I told you I'd been here before to play, in the Euro League and stuff. And every time I came, there was snow, and everything. But other than that, I've always heard there was good resources here, though, and that's what I've noticed since I got to Saratov, is that you have very nice places to go, places to see, and the food is good. And, for me, my experience has been positive so far, and I just hope it continues in that way. I'm enjoying myself, I really am. Now, when the snow and the cold comes, we'll see how I feel then. We'll definitely see how I feel then, yeah.
And about Russian food, did you try something national?
Oh, I haven't tried anything Russian. I've just tried things that I know, and I try to go with what I know. I don't really know what the national foods of Russia are just yet. But, I try to stick with, steaks and fish and stuff like that. And everything I've ate here, though, has been pretty good, and I'm enjoying the food, and now when someone teaches me what the Russian foods are, like, things you guys commonly eat here, I'll give them a try, and then I'll let you know then what I feel about that.